Beyond psychotic, internet split as Bill Maher rips AG Merrick Garland for his approach to Trump. Says needed a pit bull, got a purse dog. Manage ATTN New York City. Real-time host Bill Maher criticized Attorney General Merrick Garland for his insufficiently aggressive prosecution of former President Donald Trump. During his New Rules segment, Maher asserted that Garland's appointment as Attorney General under Joe Biden was compensation for his being denied deceased Judge Antonin Scalia's position on the Supreme Court in 2016, even though he was former President Barack Obama's pick. Trump currently faces 4 criminal indictments across different jurisdictions for mishandling classified material, paying hush money to Stormy Daniels, and attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential election. The host argued that Garland has been too lenient on Trump, likening him to a purse dog and accusing him of bending over backward to appear fair. He also compared Garland to a typical liberal judge character from 1970s cop movies who often lets the villain off on a technicality. Bill Maher said, "Giving a guy a job because he got screwed over for another job isn't a good reason to give a guy a job, especially if the job is Attorney General, and especially if it's during a time when we need a tough aide to catch a real criminal." Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland. Who is that Attorney General I speak of and who? Spoiler alert sucks. Who was, you may recall, President Obama's pick for the Supreme Court in 2016 after the Clintons murdered Justice Scalia with a pillow. And while our government dysfunction continues to grow, one thing remains sacrosanct. Maher went on to criticize what he sees as a pattern of Democrats prioritizing optics over competence when selecting top law enforcement officials, saying, "And that's how we got Attorney General Barney Fife," referring to Garland's perceived lack of assertiveness and effectiveness in addressing pressing legal matters. He continued, "A man who epitomizes the strange stupor that comes over Democrats whenever they have to choose a top lawman. They worry so much about appearing nonpartisan. They get behind someone who lets actual crimes go unpunished. 5 years ago in this space, I was tearing Robert Mueller and no one remembers him. The straight-arrow Republican all the Democrats thought would hold Trump accountable for colluding with Russia. But with Mueller, as with Garland now, when we need a pit bull, we got a purse dog. It's so interesting when it comes time for Republicans to appoint a special prosecutor. They always appoint a Republican. And when it comes time for Democrats to appoint one, they also appoint a Republican. A Democrat hasn't served as a special prosecutor in a major investigation since Watergate," Maher lamented. Maher didn't shy away from addressing Garland's handling of specific cases, such as the National Archives' request for Trump to return illegally taken documents. He also criticized the delay in taking action, suggesting that Garland should have been more proactive in enforcing the law. Maher then said, if Garland had done his job, Trump would be in federal court, charged with breaking campaign finance laws instead of state court, charged with falsifying business records. And then there's the case of the stolen files and Trump's bathroom cropper's delight. 4 months after Trump left office, the National Archives began asking him to return the documents he illegally took with him, and after being ignored for 9 months, they passed the case off to Garland, who should have sent the FBI to Mar-a-Lago the next day, but didn't for another 6 months, he concluded.